Black Quantage VTF here, T3 Live with this week's market wrap up, and the grinder continues. And if you take a look here, SPY, the weekly, two in one direction. And so, one of the things that I kept talking about last week when people saying it's overbought, and you'll go the monthly, I'm like, that's overbought, it's not. And so, now, as long as you keep taking out one side of the weekly, how are you going to take out this side next week? That's quite a move still. Things grind on, and you can see the daily here. Just grind up, and you got your outside day, 3-2 day to the upside. And you saw a lot of people trying to top tick the market today and try and short it. But if you're going to do that, first of all, one of the things that's important to remember is time frame continuity. Are you going to take this red? No. On the month? For the week? Today? No. For the day? Maybe. Right? Maybe you had a chance to maybe take that down. So one of the things you want to look for, right, and I suggest shorting things that are going down, but when I'm talking to some friends today, I was like, look, if you're going to short this, full time frame continuities, anytime this is green, right, that's full time frame continuity. That means every known participant by month, week, day, and 60 by time and price is taking the offer, right? No good. So if you're going to short, you would want to at least have the 60 red. And then you look for one of the three reversals right here, the 30, two in one direction, two down here. All right, and that also changed that red, but ideally, SPY not a short, right? Because you can see here, this ticks up slightly, then it's 2-2 reversal on the 60, another two down, and then right at the end of the day, boom, two back up, two down, take out one side, back up, back into full time frame counting the upside. You also want to look at all the stocks and all the sectors. Pretty much everything's up, right? And when that happens, I mean, something real bad's got to happen. Look, first of all, you'd have to retake this, retake the opening, and you didn't get anywhere near that, right? If you're going to do that, it would be this stuff two down. But as soon as it starts going back up, yeah, it's right back up. So what I suggest is if you want to be a short seller, you go after things that are going down. Tesla, inside 60, boom, puke. TLRY, like so. There's your outside 3-2 to the downside 60 and collapse. UBX was getting hit. So there's things to do on the short side. You just notice the difference here when you look at all this. What's this doing? Red on the month and going after last month's lows. Week, puke, or bright red. Daily, bright red, and anytime that 60 stays red, you guessed it, pound this thing, and then an inside 60, even if you missed it there for a little bit like that. So this week we had the financials turn around. Goldman Sachs. Here, I want to pull something up for you, though. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, so Goldman Sachs on the gap up, comes back up, and you can see this thing. Goldman comes back up, takes out last month's highs. And so if you follow the Wheels in Motion show that I do on Tuesday, I talk a lot about that because what that means is that that's a reversal back into this. So this is also an outside month broadening formation, so you're back into that, as opposed to the inside month where SPY at this rate still could do it, but is SPY going to take that out? So we prefer that on the things that we have. So if you're looking to short, we're preferring things that are taking out last month or last week's highs. And when you go through everything, almost nothing's doing that on the downside. So that's why you're not getting your reversal. Now each week, the weekly, the daily, and the 60 start over again. If you're going to counter any of that, if you're going to counter any of the monthlies. But as far as going after the monthly lows, a lot of this stuff nowhere near it. So if we take a look at this too, here's another problem people are having. Do you see this? Here, and then some people will pull up this and say, here's the McClelland oscillator, it's overbought. Well, here's the thing. Besides the broadening formation here that you got, right? It can go down when the market still goes up, right? It's gauging how fast it's going up, not whether it's going to go back down or not. See that? Here's this. And here's this. It doesn't go down. It's going right back up. So you might want to avoid that. That's why I'm showing you time frame continuity is how you gauge the direction. What direction is it going from the opening? That's what we want to know, right? Because that tells you it's what direction to be trading in. So a lot of the people trying to short into this or the people are trying to buy into this, all right? You want to go with the flow and have it go with you. So we still got a lot of earnings coming out, which is good. So we stay on the gap list. And like I said, even some of that stuff cratered. You had Team fall apart right on the opening. Boom. See, now that's what I'm talking about on the short side as opposed to say that. See the difference? Green buy, red sell. So we'll stick with it that way. So we got earnings, got a big winter storm coming here in Chicago, but we got a day off, Monday off, Martin Luther King. But I'll be back on the headset for the halftime show on Facebook and the Wheels in Motion show 1 hour after the close on the T3 Live YouTube on Tuesday afternoon, and that'll be interesting because we'll only have one day. Usually I prefer Tuesday, so you get that follow-through. You have a Monday and then a follow-through Tuesday on certain things to tell us where we want to be, but we'll take it as it is. So I hope everybody had a great week, has an even better weekend. I'm Rob Smithy in the Black Quantity VTF here at T2 Live. Hope you have all a nice long weekend.